Hello, welcome guys. It is Friday, and yes, we are already airborne in the Boeing 747-800 Korean Air on the way to Korea, Seoul, actually. And we actually departed 9 hours and 51 minutes ago. I did make a post on Instagram and on my Discord letting everybody know pretty early that we were going to be flying out midnight my local time. So this was an overnight flight. So I had about I think we had about 5 or 6 guys show up for departure out of Barcelona, Spain, which is where we left from. Let's take a look at the flight plan. Good to see you guys. Welcome to the stream. It's a bit different than usual. We've actually did this a similar flight to Korea just like this a year ago. They had another Friday night flight in Korea, and we did a long haul from LAX to Korea. This time we're flying from Barcelona. I thought it'd be more interesting to fly from Europe somewhere and head over there to get a better view. Has some really nice views of Russia. We'll take a look at that in a bit. But here we are. So we took off from Lima Echo Bravo Lima, which is Barcelona, Spain. And we flew out of there and just flew right over Europe. Basically, most of this I was asleep for. We flew it local, like in the current time. So when we left Barcelona, we had a really nice sunrise. It was beautiful. And then we pretty much had a daytime flight for the entire flight. The only thing is, here it was nighttime, so I was asleep. I was knocked out for the majority of this flight. Woke up early this morning to check on it, make sure everything is good, make sure I didn't get ghosted, didn't get any violations, none of that. Nobody wants that. But it's been pretty smooth. I think we did lose a few people, and I don't think everyone's gonna be able to land with us today. But we are actually 1 hour and 15 minutes 1 hour and 15 minutes out. So if you would like to fly in with us, I know we already started. We've been going for almost 10 hours, and if you just want to fly in with us, feel free to jump in, fly with us, intercept us from any of the nearby airports. We're actually currently flying over China. I think northern China. No, eastern China. Somewhere over in the eastern China. The closest airports to us, if you hurry, would be, let's see, you might want to start from ahead of us, maybe ZBAA, or you'd be pushing it if you came from ZBHH, ZYTL as well. So just don't take off out of Korea and land in Korea, because that's against the TFR. You don't want to do that. So, but yeah, so we took off almost 10 hours ago. I rarely do long hauls, and this is kind of the way I have to do them when I do them. The cool thing now is, because of replay mode, thank you Infinite Flight, we can now, I can show you guys the part of the flight that you didn't get to see because I didn't stream it. So I'll still get to stream, or at least let you guys see our departure out of Spain. Maybe we can kind of scrub through the replay and look at some of the sights and the views, because there's a lot of stuff that I didn't get to see either because I was asleep. I was knocked out. I was pushing Z's. So it'd be pretty cool to go back through replay mode and take a look at the things that we did not get to see before. You feel me? But yeah, man, long haul. Again, rarely do these because I always tell you guys, I have an iPhone. This is my only phone. If I do a long haul, that means my phone can't be used for anything else, including social media, phone calls, text messages, work, whatever. Because if I make a phone call, if I answer text messages, it actually pauses my SIM. And whenever I'm doing group flights, it doesn't work out. So yeah, I'm hoping we don't get any phone calls today, because I have been ignoring text messages for like the last 10 hours. But I did right before the stream started. I actually did go back and turn my notifications off, check my text messages, make sure I was all up to date before we started streaming. So like if anything was important, they don't just call me, you know what I mean? So that's been taken care of, but we're, you know, still 600 miles out, over 600 miles out. We have an hour and 15 minutes left to go. We've been going for 9 hours 55 minutes. There's definitely been concerns, and don't worry guys, we will do shout outs. We'll do it at 1 hour, since we'll, you know, things are a little bit different. We're kind of in a different order today. Usually I start the flight on stream so that you guys can fly with me, but again today it's a bit different. So in the future, just try to watch out on Instagram, watch out on Discord. If you're not a part of our Discord, go ahead and join in on our Discord, because stuff like this sometimes happens, and you know, it was not possible for me to start streaming last night and do a 10-hour stream of this entire flight. I'd rather do a 2-hour stream of the end of it and then show you the highlights. How about that? So, but yeah, sorry again, it's not a regular stream, but hey, every stream can't be predictable. But welcome, good to see you guys. Welcome to the stream for those who just joined. And we did actually take like 4 hours before we even started the flight to plan it, like literally 4 hours. Thank you, Justin. Justin helps us out today. Starley was asleep, so he was not our flight director today. He's not even on the flight. But Justin helped us out. He's he's my only American moderator. I might need to look into some more, but he's my only person in my time zone or close to my time zone that's a moderator first. So he helped me out get the flight plan, and we were trying to go through a whole lot of like different options for where we should fly, and it was so hard to choose. But yeah, man. Yeah, we gave Starley a 1-day vacation, so he's good. But yeah, I don't do a lot of long hauls. I know I said that multiple times. What's up, Woodrow? I'll call you that. Is there yes, there is a Houston airport on this game. Every airport is on this game, just so you know. And that's where I live, Sherry. I live in Houston, Texas, which is my home airport, which is KIAH. And yeah, I know Justin is actually right near us. So let's see who's left. Cause I know one of the guys had to leave because he wants. Oh, actually, he's still here. I don't know if he's still awake. I don't know if Chris is still here. That's who that is. But he said he needs to go to sleep because it was like 2 a.m. his time. We also have Sebastian, Qantas 6647. So a lot of us, the thing is, like a lot of us are all on different time zones. Some of us, like me, you know, I happen to have the opportunity to be able to land the flight at this time. But some of you guys are in school, some of you guys are at work, some of you guys are asleep. So some of you guys may, you know, as long as you have enough fuel, you can maybe extend the flight and then come back and land when you are free to do that. But I'll take a look at you guys. You guys are asking the people who are flying with me. I think we only have like 4 people left. I think Justin just passed us when I was checking my messages. He's in the 777, 31,000 feet. His ET, I have no idea. Does it say? ETE is 1 hour, 1 minute is what yours says, Justin. And Mr. Haas, your ETE is also an hour-ish. But there's a lot of traffic flying into Korea, so it's not going to be like the same for IFATC. We're not going to have, I don't expect to have a major stream train today, but there's still already a lot of traffic flying into Seoul right now. Korea, Seoul! But it's been a really nice flight, to be honest. I haven't got to see a lot of it, but when I got up this morning, we were flying over from Russia to Mongolia, which I never really knew where Mongolia was until today. But it had a really cool mountain range over there that we got to fly over. Honestly, this is the first time since they've added Eastern Russia, or a lot of Russia, to Infinite Flight. It's the first time actually flying over Russia and getting to see Russia, so it's kind of cool being able to see Russia. And I was like, you know what, I want to take advantage of this. I rarely fly the 747. I thought about flying the 777 or the 787 or the MD-11. A330, we could have did A330 for this flight too, but I rarely fly the 747. I actually do like the 747. It's not up to date like the newer planes, so the interior is still kind of like the older 2D interior with a few moving things in here. It actually does have night lighting though, which is crazy. Soviet Russia. But yeah, so it's, you know, it's an older model for the 747, but it still looks decent. It doesn't look horrible. Looks better than the 767 and the 757. The exterior looks decent as well. There's no wing flex. That's one thing I definitely missed on takeoff. I was like, man, it'd be really cool if this thing had wing flex, but it doesn't. And I don't think I've ever actually flown Korean Air, so that's another thing. Again, we did a very similar flight like this last year. We've actually flown in and out of Korea, Seoul twice. The first time we flew the plan, the first time we were flying from Seoul, Korea, to San Francisco. And if you guys have been a part of my channel long enough, you remember that was the flight where I said we had a fuel leak and we had to end up diverting and landing in Anchorage, Alaska, because we ran out of fuel and we barely made it. So definitely check out that flight. That's from like a while ago, like over a year ago that we did that flight. And then our second flight was when we flew from LAX to Korea. That was another overnighter that we did. That was a lot of fun, and I only streamed the end of that flight too. And it was, I actually just watched that yesterday because I was like, what did we do? We flew the Olympic 747 because it was when the Olympics came to Korea, so it was pretty cool. Do we have an arrival chart? No, Chris, we do not have an arrival chart on our flight plan. We had a departure, but our flight plan did not have a arrival on it, so we will not be doing any published arrivals into Korea, but we will be getting ATC, so that's not extremely important. We'll probably do what we usually do. We'll descend about 150 miles out at 1,500 feet per minute. That's what my plan is. Go meet the Supreme Leader. Why not? But yeah, that was fun. It's crazy. I was just talking to, I think it was Justin and a couple people last night because I was trying to decide what to do for today's Friday night flight, and I was like, I want to do a long haul. I haven't done that in a while. My wife is actually at her aunt's this week because her aunt has been sick, so she's been taking care of her, and so that means that I have the room to myself for a little bit, or for a few nights. So I was like, you know what, I have the opportunity to do a night overnight flight, so let me go ahead and do it. Woodrow, it does. Houston Airport looks just like Houston Airport. I don't fly there that much on here because I like to fly places where there's like a lot of really scenic areas, like where it's mountains and beaches and stuff like that. And Houston is a nice airport. I'd rather fly there on an X-plane, to be honest. It's just, I don't know. If there's an event there, I wouldn't mind flying there. Obviously, it is my home airport. I would love to fly in there and out, but it's just not. It's nothing special about the surroundings of Houston on infinite flight. There's no. It's completely flat, like for like 100 miles all the way down to Mexico. It's just flat. It looks just like Houston, though. It is. It does look just like it. What's up, Lucas? Crazy dude. Shoot down blue games. Welcome back, Diz Cryptic. I have not watched the Sully and Hudson Miracle. Great movie. Have I? I don't think I've watched it. If the developers ever add the A350, which route will I fly? That's a great question. I have no idea. I don't have a specific route that I would fly, honestly. Alright, about 3 minutes, guys. We'll do shout outs for our 1 hour ETE shout out. It looks like a few people. We still have a couple people with us, so. What views do we have, Woodrow? Seriously, I mean, from the air. I mean, Galveston is like the beach for us, and it looks, I don't know, doesn't look anything special. I mean, again, like, and the thing is, on Infinite Flight, the quality of how well the textures look from close up are not as good as they are from up here. So from up here, when you look down, it looks, I mean, amazing. It looks freaking, it is photorealistic. It looks good, like it looks quality. But if I was flying at 3,000, 5,000 feet, like real low, trying to look at the small details of that mountain, or maybe try to find a house on that street, I won't be able to do that because these photo imagery is not that crisp. You get what I'm saying? Not at that low of an altitude. So that's why I think one of the reasons that I don't really care to fly that often to my home airport is because I can't look from my house. You wouldn't be able to actually see it. Like, I'll probably be able to see it through the blurry mess when you're like real low, but unless I'm like this high up, it would be pretty difficult to spot anything interesting. So, but I'm sure one day we'll get a Friday night flight or a featured airport at my home airport, and we'll fly there. But until then, we'll just keep exploring the world. I live in Houston. I've been living in Houston for my whole life, so I'm trying to get out, you know. Like, I'm not trying to leave, but I'm just trying to, I'm trying to get out and explore the world. There's so much out there, you know what I mean? There's so much out there to look at. So I love flying the world. I mean, places I've never been to in real life, like Korea, Japan, France. Oh, I've been to France. I've never been to India, Dubai. I haven't been to... I'm really glad that it's hard for me to think about the places I haven't been. Australia, I've never been there. New Zealand. Lots of places I still haven't been to. If Forza release some new planes? I mean, not planes, cars? Which stream are you talking about, Mike? Forza's been beautiful since release, so what did they add? A flight to Santo Domingo. Where is that again, Albert? Somebody else was asking to do a flight to Istanbul. We did a flight to Istanbul, I thought maybe a couple months ago. What's up, Josva? It's too long for you? What's too long? Again, just so you guys know, because I see a lot of confusion already, even from before when I started streaming. We're almost to Korea, all right? So for you guys who are just joining us, we're not just starting a 10-hour flight. We're ending a 10-hour flight, all right? So I'm seeing people in the chat confused, thinking that we just took off and we have like 10 hours to go. Like, no, I started last night. I started the flight, I put my phone down, I went to sleep, I woke up, I started streaming, and now we're only 1 hour away from our destination and about 400 miles from descending. Go to Alaska, tell Danielle, hey. Yeah, man, I love Alaska. Alaska's great. Alright, so now that that's cleared up and we're 1 hour out, let's do some shout outs. Let's see who's watching here today. If you're watching right now, go ahead and leave me an emoji in the chat. Let me know where you're watching from. I'm gonna give you a personal shout out live on stream right now. So let me hit it with it. We can bring the music back up. Hey. All right. Who we got watching? We got Mr. Ewo Whiskey. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for watching. Supreme Boy, what's up, man? Caden Hunt from Utah, what's up? Bob Jones from Alabama, what's up, bro? Raven from UK, yeah. Slovenia, Mr. Matev Trevin. Diz Cryptic from Arizona, USA. You a shout out to my Americans out there. Pilot Dylan from Bread Country. Leon Kiwi from Singapore, man, Singapore. Did you watch my stream on F1? We raced in Singapore. It's a beautiful place, man. I love Singapore. Tofi Sweet, can you fly from Sweden to Korea? Not today. Supreme Boy, what was the origin? The origin was Barcelona. That was 10 hours ago. 10 hours and 10 minutes now. Sherry from Barbados, what's up? Just Yarn from Belgium. Bob Jones, again, Alabama. I think I already said that. Casper, what's up, man? Lucas from France. Hayden, Oklahoma, what up? Tofi Sweet, Sweden. Chris Hosford from Australia. What up, mate? Bodo from Hamburg, Germany. We actually almost flew. That was one of my options for today, was do a flight from Frankfurt, Germany to Seoul, but we decided to do Barcelona instead. It just matched better with the time that I was looking for. Pilot Dylan, what's up? From Dijon, France. Nice. Guys are watching from all over the world. I love it. I love the diversity we got in chat. I'm loving it. Galaxy from Switzerland. I did butcher his name. It's okay. It happens. You gotta expect it. If you're offended when somebody says your name wrong on a stream, then you're a little too sensitive. But to answer your question, Casper, where do I get my flight plans? We make them on the internet. I don't just get flight plans. Like they're just not there's not a long list of just flight plans. Like, hey, I'm gonna fly this one. There's a flight plan. When you choose a departure and a destination, and then you make a flight plan. Usually, Starly helps me out with taking care of that part, so I can focus on the streaming part of the flight, and that takes a huge part off of me. Just this time, Justin actually created our flight plan. I think this is actually the first time he's ever actually made a flight plan for a stream. Thank you, Sebastian, for the subscription. Welcome to the Blue Arrow Royal fam. Appreciate you guys' support. The Blue Games headquarters. That's where we get our flight plans. That's a dope one. I like that. I feel like we should rename my Discord the Blue Games headquarters or something like that. But yeah, you can make a pretty decent. You can make a legit flight plan on a website called simbrief.com. But if you're doing it for Infinite Flight, you want to use another website called, I always forget the name. I have it saved on my computer. It was like Infinite Flight. So just Google Infinite Flight plan converter. That's all you need. Let's Google that. There's like something called IF to Peace. I don't know the URL. I'm pretty sure one of you guys know it. But that's where you'll go to make a flight plan that can actually be used in Infinite Flight. You just copy that into your Infinite Flight, and then boom, you're done. That's it. That's simple. Yeah, there it is. FPL to IF. That's the website. Patricio from Mexico. What's up, man? Hola. Buenos dias. Help Delta. What do you mean? Who's Delta? Is Delta the airline, or is there a person named Delta? What are you talking about? Gotta be more. Oh, that's dope, man. You got to fly on a 787 by TUI, and they let you visit the aircraft. I mean, visit the cockpit. I've been on a 787, I think, once or twice. But I've never been into the cockpit, so you're a pretty lucky dude. That's pretty cool. There's a new Istanbul airport coming to X-Plane. Did they make a new Istanbul airport? Like, is it an updated version of the current Istanbul? Or is there like a whole new Istanbul airport that they're making in real life and Infinite Flight is adding it? How do you tell ATC we're low on fuel? It's an option. It only shows up, I think, if you are actually low on fuel. I can't see it because I'm not tuned into any frequencies. But if you were, I don't know where it is honestly, but just look through your settings under your radio, and it'll be there somewhere. But I think it only shows up if you're actually low on fuel. Your brother and sister went to Texas, to Fort Worth for NASCAR. I didn't go this year. Me and Giovanni went last year to the race at Texas a week ago, and we loved it. But this year we decided to instead go to Daytona, which is a whole lot bigger of a race. We did that a few months ago, so we didn't go. We thought about it. We were kind of tempted to go. It was actually a really good race. I watched it on TV, but I didn't go to the race mainly because I don't know. I didn't feel like driving over there. Like, I'm good. I want to go to another race later this year, maybe. We were thinking about doing Indianapolis. I think that may not be a possibility anymore, at least not for him. Jet Propelled Llamas, what's up, man? So I don't know, man. I'm not sure what race I want to go to next. I kind of want to go to the F1 race that's going to come to Austin sometime later this year. So that might be my goal, my next race goal, like real life race goal to get to that. Yeah, Max Lover, I am on the iPhone 10. So, but NASCAR races are so much fun to go to. It's so much to do for the fans. It's definitely a really cool experience. It's so loud. I love it. It's just crazy, man. It's like nothing else is like it. The big difference too is if you go to I'm not going to talk about racing too much, but The big difference with going to a NASCAR race versus going to a Formula 1 race is that you get to watch the cars the whole time. When you go to a Formula 1 race, you get to see them zoom, and then you gotta wait like a whole 2 minutes for that car to come back around, depending on how big the track is. But I think they probably have like TVs as well that you can have. So like when I went to Daytona, we also rented the little radio so that we can actually hear the broadcast. We could watch the broadcast on a little TV they gave us while we're sitting there. So sometimes you can't see everything, but you can see a little bit better, get a better view of it. So you can see it there, plus you can watch it there. So I'm sure Formula 1 and IndyCar do the same thing. But anyways, somebody was asking me something. Yeah, bro, we should go. We should definitely go. I don't know. I need to look it up when it is. I thought about going last year. I think it's sometime in the fall. So I'll let you know. We'll talk about it and see if we can all head out to Austin for Circuit of the Americas. That'd be fun. What's up, Chris Collins, man? This is you've been watching for a while, you said. It's your first time getting to watch the live stream. I'm glad you're able to make it, bro. Appreciate it. Oh yeah, Leon Kiwi, the one. Okay, yeah, I get what you're saying. So the one that I wasn't able to finish that flight, that's when it was in Istanbul. Yeah, that sucked. So I really wanted to finish that flight. Thank you, Matab Marze. Thanks, bro, for the subscription. Welcome to the Blue Arrow Royal fam. It's good to see you. Benjamin Jr., good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Uh-oh, pop quiz time. I'm late, but what was the question? What is North Korea's flag carrier? 20 seconds to answer. Air Koryo. Is that right? Yeah, Air Koryo. What is Air Koryo? Never heard of that airline. Never heard of that. Yes, Max Lever. I am on an iPhone 10. Alright. So we're looking good. I think we're still over China. Let's take a look at live flight. Live flight link is in the chat, in the description on YouTube. So if you guys want to see where we are right now as we're flying, you can take a look at that. We're actually about to fly over the Yellow Sea with that over there. And that'll be us leaving China. We actually already passed Beijing. That's behind us at our 6 o'clock. So I think we flew not quite over it, but like right to the north of it. And it's looking pretty busy in South Korea, to be exact. Actually, we're not flying into North Korea. We're flying into South Korea. Oh, look at that Raven over there in the A380. I see a few of you guys who are joining in with us. I see a F-14. So I did have some concerns in this flight. I like the pop quizzes. You can keep those going, Sherry. Appreciate it. But I had some concerns in the beginning of this flight. So as a lot of you guys know, who've been flying Infinite Flight for a while and have done long hauls, because some people don't do long hauls. I'm one of those people who don't do very many. I usually do really short flights, but some people are really into doing these long as heck flights. 10 hours, 14 hours, 18 hours, 23 hours. You know, like like you guys are crazy. But a lot of times you guys have an iPad or a second mobile device that you're not actually using for anything else, and you can just dedicate a whole day to a flight happening, you know. But you know that this is an issue. So what I'm talking about is that fuel is a problem in the 747, a big problem. And so you always have to put a lot of extra fuel. I don't know what it is. I don't know if this is a real life thing. Some people were saying the 747 really is bad on fuel. I don't know, but we've been every flight I've done in 747, I've never had as much fuel as I thought I had. So anticipating that, when we were leaving Barcelona for this flight, for this 10-hour flight, I was like, all right, our flight's gonna be about 10 hours, 11-hour max. How much fuel should I put? Now, SimBrave told us to put a certain amount, and I was like, nah, I don't trust that. We're not doing that today, because I did that when we flew from Korea to San Francisco and didn't make it to San Francisco because we had to stop in Alaska. Because we ran out of fuel. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to put as much fuel as I can get in here. Oh, not as much, but I put 18 hours. Yeah, 18 freaking hours of fuel. That's how much fuel I put in this plane. And when we were leaving, when I got to my cruise, it was saying that I was going to be 1 hour short already on fuel. I'm like, what is that even like? That doesn't make any sense. It seriously doesn't even make any sense how I can pack 18 hours. That's almost double the amount of fuel that I need for this flight, and yet I'm still don't have enough fuel for this flight. So I know some of the guys who were flying with me didn't even pack that much fuel. Alright, so we're leaving China. We're flying into the, I think it's called the Yellow Sea, east of China. And so it kind of worried me a little bit, but at the same time I was like, you know what? The plane is really heavy right now, and when it's heavy, it's using more thrust, more power to, you know, keep it in the air and all that. So it's probably using more fuel at the moment. But as we get lighter, we'll use less fuel, it'll be more fuel efficient. So now we're good. Now we're flight time's 10 hours 22. We have 47 minutes left, and we have 3 hours of fuel, which is way more than enough, which is great. So everything worked out, it panned out. So if you're doing a flight in the 747, a long flight in the 747, and it looks like you're not gonna have enough fuel, just make sure you have plenty. Just make sure whenever you fly 747, any of the versions of 747 on infinite flight, that you pack like hours of extra fuel, like at least 50% more fuel than you need. 50% of the fuel that you need, add that. So take half of the fuel, add another. You know what I'm saying? So I added like 80%, 90% extra fuel. So just make sure you have plenty of fuel, because it does. I say that the 747 has a fuel leak. That's what I say. Look at this view though, over the Yellow Sea. Wow, Chris, you have 5% fuel, man. I have 17. But then again, I mean, it can fit a lot. So I have 17. Let's see if how our load is looking. Are we heavy still? Do we need to do a fuel dump? No, we're good. We're in the we're not yellow or anything like that. So we're 34% load. 645,000 pounds is our complete load, not just fuel. That's everything. That's passengers and everything. We're pretty heavy on passengers too. Call sign is Blue 116 Heavy for today's flight. What is your Chris? What does yours say? Like, what is yours? You have 5% fuel left. We have 1 hour to go. What does it say as far as, like, if you look at your ETE destination, is it in the red, or are you good? Because if you don't have enough fuel, your ETE to destination over here on the bottom will be red. CJ Thu, I just saw your chat on Twitch. Sorry for the late reply if you're still here. Thanks for watching, man. I think you commented earlier and it just kind of mixed in with everybody. Yeah, what do you guys think though? Like, what's your opinion on long flights? Like, I know we have kind of a mixture of people who like long and short flights. But what do you got? What the people who are watching right now? What is your opinion on long haul flights? Do you like doing long flights? What plane do you fly when you do long flights? Oh, what the heck? Oh my God! Chill. Alright, I'm back, and it's quieter. Somebody did ring the doorbell, and my dog goes crazy when that happens. Whenever I have a friend come over, or anybody, if I ever invite, I rarely invite people over, but if I'm expecting somebody to come over, I always tell them, don't ring the doorbell. Yeah, and that's my dog. Oh, he just laid down. But I always tell them, don't ring the doorbell. And not even because of the dog, honestly. Like, even when I was staying in my apartment without the dog, I just hate the doorbell. It scares the heck out of you. And it's annoying. So I'm like, you know, text me, call me when you get here, but don't ring the doorbell. That's my rule when you come to my house. Anyways, I don't know what I was talking about, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't important. 39 minutes out, and oh, the people who rung the doorbell were people trying to tell me about my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I already believe in him. I already got him. We good. Hallelujah. So I don't need to talk to them today.
I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been
367 miles away.
trying to protect your soul.
It's definitely different when you do an overnight flight that you sleep on. Like if you do a long flight. Oh yeah, I was asking about long hauls. Did you guys actually answer that question? Here we go. Yeah, somebody says they're flying from LA to Frankfurt, MD-11, Lufthansa cargo. How long is that flight? Yeah, Chris, we'll see if I can watch it. Depends on how we get sequenced and all that. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, Nagy does them on nights and weekends and wake up before landing. Yeah, I'm the same way. Some people say when they're in the mood they do them. Medium hauls are best. Short is better. Bob Jones likes short flights. Yeah, I mean, again, you guys know my opinion on long hauls. I like shorter flights, short flights to medium flights. What's up, baby man? What's up? Good to see you. You know what's funny? I don't really comment on this a bunch, and I don't care. I'm not offended, by the way, just so you guys know. But I just think it's funny when people go into a stream just to tell you that something else is better. Right? Let's talk about it, right? Let's talk about it, because people do this. And it doesn't matter what game it is. It's not just an infinite flight thing. It's especially infinite flight, I feel like. But people will come in, like, for example, we're streaming infinite flight. We're chilling, we're hanging out. Everybody here is either played infinite flight before in the past, interested in getting infinite flight, or curious about infinite flight. And then somebody comes in and is like, oh, Aerofly is better, X-Plane is better, Real Flight Simulator is better. Okay, that's your opinion. What is that going to change right now? Nothing. Did anybody ask for your opinion? No. Anyways, I just lost a possible sub. I don't even care. But anyways, it's just funny. Like, I'll be playing NASCAR on iRacing and somebody comes in and says Formula 1 is better. I'm like, who the heck cares if Formula 1 is better? I'm playing NASCAR right now. What's up, Abbas? Good to see you. I'll be playing X-Plane. I'll be doing an X-Plane stream. Somebody comes in, P3D is better. Who the heck cares? I'm playing X-Plane right now. For real though. Like, nobody asks you to come in here and say, oh, something else is better than what I'm doing right now. Nobody asks you. Don't be that guy. And if you have that thought, if you believe that something is better than what you're watching on the screen, that is fine. That is fine. If I came in and asked you guys, like, hey, you guys, what do you think is better than Infinite Flight? What do you think? What do you think the best simulator is? Then boom, lay it out. I'm not asking right now. I'm just saying. Shut up, Raven. F1 is not better than NASCAR. I said it's a weird comparison. It's a very weird comparison. Abbas, we took off out of Barcelona, Spain, about 10.5 hours ago. GTA 5 planes are better. There it is. We got a new meme. Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. GTA 5 planes are better. That's the one right there. That's the one. I'm keeping that one. I'm keeping that one. Oh man, if anybody ever comes in here, all right. So this is for all of us watching right now, or are gonna watch forever. This is gonna be our new thing. If anybody ever says that anything is better than any other flight simulator, just say GTA 5 planes are better. They might not get it. They might think you're stupid, but that's just gonna be our thing. If they come in here saying, oh, you know, X plane's better than Infinite Flight, I'm like, well, GTA 5 planes are better. I'm like, what? If I'm playing X plane, somebody comes in like P3D for life, I'm like, GTA 5 planes for life. I don't know, something like that. Yeah, man, GTA planes are far superior. Like, come on, you can't beat GTA planes. You could take off and land with like no skill. I mean, come on, GTA 5 planes are better. It's just obvious. Like, I'm so confident that I feel like I should rename this stream GTA 5 planes are better. Like, that's what I think we should do. What do you think? Yeah. I mean, think about it. You could fly on GTA 5 forever and never run out of gas. You can land on highways. You can blow it up and then spawn another one. Like, I don't know. Speaking of GTA, I've been playing a bit, and I've talked about this before. I've been playing a bit of 5M. I joined a server called Transport Tycoon. One of the guys on Discord recommended it to me. And basically what it is, and this is if you have GTA 5 and you have it on PC, you can get 5M, which is a free mod that you can get, but has a whole bunch of servers and a lot of different types of themes in their server. So this one is like a Transport Tycoon. It's PvE, so there's no, like, you can't shoot each other, so don't worry about people coming and shooting you. You can get ran over, you can be killed in different ways, but it's frowned upon to do that. And it's like a soft roleplay server. You don't have to roleplay, but the point is that you can either be, it takes place in the GTA world, obviously. It uses the whole GTA map. It's actually modded to add like 5 or 6 more airports to the GTA map. Yeah, crazy. When I heard that, I was like, what? And then they actually added a ton of modded planes. They have A350, I think they have an A330, they have a 737, they have a Dash 8, they have a bunch of different private jets, some new GA planes. There's like a bunch of stuff in there. And basically the way it works is you sign up, or it's not no sign up, you log in, or really you don't have to log in, you have to have an account. You just get in the server and then you pick a job and make money. So you can either be a pilot, you can be a train conductor, I think that's what it's called, or engineer, whatever. You can be a truck driver, different types of truck drivers. You can be a freaking bank transport guy who transports money to banks. You can be a UPS person, a helicopter pilot. You can be a medic or a EMS. So you can go around. The ones that I kind of like are EMS, and there's also you can be a mechanic. And what those do is those are the jobs that kind of interact more with people. So like if you're EMS, you can do the AI generated EMS missions. This is all online. Or you can go and actually like revive people. So like people just make bad decisions and they die somehow, even though it's not PvP. Somebody might be testing out a new motorcycle and crash and die, and they can call 911. You will be 911, and you'll answer the call. You drive out in your ambulance, or you can fly out on a like a medical helicopter and go and save them. It's pretty cool. Conductor, yes, thank you. You can be a train conductor. It's cool. I've kind of been exploring with it. It's different. I've been playing GTA since its release, and I've always kind of wanted something where I could kind of like be a airline pilot and actually have a reason to fly from point A to point B, because you actually do make in-game money for delivering passengers to point A, point B, blah blah blah. The same with the train. Every job you do in this server, you actually get money in game for doing these things, and that money can go to buying new cars. You can go to, you can buy new planes, new helicopters, all kind of stuff, which actually when you buy the plane you unlock the new job to do whatever. So anyways, I've been doing that a little bit off and on like the past couple weeks, and yeah, it's kind of cool. There's no voice chat again. It's like you don't have to roleplay if you don't want. See you, man. Thanks for stopping by, Mr. Messy. Have a good night, bro. We are at 31,000 feet right now, and it's actually pretty smooth. It's actually really bumpy coming out of Barcelona. Like we picked the perfect time to do this flight because we took off at, I think it was 5 a.m. local time in Barcelona, Spain, and the sun was just rising. It might have been 7, I think, but the sun was just rising. We had a beautiful departure. We may not get to see that on the replay. I'm gonna have to change the time back to what it was. And this is not the current time in China right now. It's actually dark, as you can see. If it's light here, it's dark there in China. I'm like opposite. Yeah, you earn money by doing stuff with planes, not in real life, no, in game. Since when do you make real money on GTA? Never. I would, if I could make real money playing GTA, I would be freaking rich. Forget buying a plane in GTA. I'm gonna use that money to buy a plane in real life. Hugh Simpson, this is the first long haul in a while. I don't remember when the last time. I don't know, can anybody figure out when the last time I did a long haul? I have a playlist on my YouTube that's just all my long hauls. I can't look it up right now, but if anybody wants to go look on my channel real quick and take a look at that playlist and find out what the last long haul I did was. It might have been Korea, honestly. That was a year ago, but I feel like we might have done another one before then. I did a medium haul at the Hawaii Friday night flight, where we flew from Hawaii back to LAX, which is about 4 to 6 hours, which is kind of like a medium to long haul, right in the middle. It was actually F-14 that flew by us, and he didn't hit us. The Dubai one was a long haul. That was 6 hours. I think a long haul is 6 hours or more. Isn't that correct? I believe if you do 6 hours or more, it's considered a long haul. I think. But the Dubai one, I think, was my first ever. That was like 2 years ago, maybe, because that was when I was celebrating my first 1,000. Wow. That was when I was celebrating my first 1,000 subscribers, I think, when we did the long haul to Dubai in the Emirates 777. That's a flight that I will never forget, because I actually sat here for that whole entire flight, which ended up being around 6.5, 7 hour stream. Do what Sunday? I'm not gonna be doing anything this weekend. Yeah, 6 hour plus is long haul, yeah. So everybody thinks that you have to fly 14 double-digit hours to actually do a long haul, but long hauls are only 6 hours plus. Yeah, I wouldn't say the F-14 and F-16 look the same, but yeah, I feel you. If you're not like, if you're not used to those planes, you definitely get confused. We did do a Boston to Lisbon flight. I don't remember. That was definitely a long haul. I don't remember when we did that. That wasn't the last one. I think that was either the first or the second one we did. I can't remember if we did that before or after Dubai. Sauce King, what am I gonna do for 10 hours? Again, to clarify, we're not still. We're at the end of this flight. We have 26 minutes to go. We're sending in 100 miles. So this is the end. Again, guys, this is the end of the long haul, not the beginning. I know a lot of people keep joining in thinking that we're just starting. So what I'm going to do for 10 hours, I slept for most of them, for about 8 of them, maybe 7, maybe 6. Yo, Shikoda, what's up, man? Welcome back. Good to see you. 14, 16 is ultra long. Really, you found me? You found me on the Boston to Lisbon flight? Wow. Yeah, I remember the Boston to Lisbon flight. We took off at night in Boston and landed in the morning in Lisbon. That was a fun flight. I think that was, I feel like that might have been my first ever long haul. So I know we've done Boston to Lisbon, we've done Amsterdam to Dubai. We actually did a hop with that. We didn't do that full out. We took off I think we took off in London, landed in Amsterdam, and then flew to Dubai. Because you know me, I don't like to do like 6 hours straight. I want to stop somewhere. Stop somewhere and get some snacks, you know. Hugh Simpson, we were flying. We're over the Yellow Sea, just west of Korea at the moment. So look at the map. You'll see Korea's over here on our right, China's on our left, and above us. So like all this on the left side is China, and then Korea, North Korea, South Korea is over here. And we'll be descending really soon. Take a look, see what ATC we have. We may have fully staffed. All the runways are green. That's always helpful. But it looks like they're landing to the north. I see people departing on runway 34. Alright, so we have ground, ATIS ground tower and approach. So hopefully they stay on when we get there. And there's a TFR. The TFR again, guys, is just basically don't fly from and to any flights, any airports inside the circle. So just don't leave and land all within the circle. I don't know if I explained that well. No, this will be our only flight. We're actually gonna spend some time looking at the replay. So bit of a different stream today than you guys are used to. But once we land, we'll obviously go up to replay mode and watch our landing, and then we will go and maybe skim through some of the highlights of the flight that you guys missed while I was asleep and while I wasn't streaming. So I'll probably go to our takeoff out of Barcelona, maybe take a few. There's a lot of stuff that we flew over though, honestly. I mean, there's a lot of, I can't go through it all. We'd be here all day. But I may jump through and just kind of see what was there to look at out there. I kind of want to see some of Russia that we flew over. We'll see. We also remember expect delays. It is Friday night flight, so nothing has changed. There's still going to be delays on approach, so make sure that spacing is good. Make sure that you brought enough fuel. It's too late if you didn't, but make sure you brought enough fuel, because you know we could get some vectors and all that. So expect some delays as we approach inbound to Seoul. We're landing in South Korea, Seoul, South Korea. You'll see the XP. Once we end the flight to go look at the replay, you'll see how much XP we got for the flight. I mean, it's only 10 hours. I mean, I can't say only 10 hours. It's pretty long, but you definitely get more XP for a 10-hour flight than you would get for a 2-hour flight. That's a weird question to ask. Did you find a wife yet? Yeah, the last time we flew into Korea, we flew from LAX, which was completely over the water for like 90% of the time. So it's cool to be able to fly. I want to fly from Europe because I want to be able to fly over land the entire time. They actually have something to look at, even though I wasn't looking the whole time. I don't know how Justin is flying. He must have like, do you have an I don't know if he's here. I know he's in school right now, but I don't know how he's flying on his phone while he's at school. He must have like a second phone. I think he has a second phone that he left at home. We're on expert server. Wow, you got 14,000 XP for doing 70 touch and goes in 2 hours. Jesus, you're dedicated. You are dedicated. I thought, you know, I actually thought about doing some touch and goes to get myself back in the grade 4. Because that's all I need. I have plenty of XP to be great. I have plenty of XP to be great for. I just don't have enough landings. So I've thought about it, but it's not fun doing that many. I mean, I don't mind doing like, you know, 5 touch and goes to practice landing something, but doing freaking 70? No way. For 2 hours? Nah. I'm not about that life. If that's what it takes to get the grade 5, I'm out. I'll stick with grade 3. At the moment, there's no benefit for being grade 4 or grade 5 except for you get a color name, and there's certain airlines that will, certain virtual airlines that will accept you into the organization. It's the only benefit right now. But maybe later in the future, there may be, you know, 'cause they've talked about like figuring out different guidelines for expert server. And so there may be a reason to have more landings in the future, to have more XP in the future. So just watch out for that, because you never know. I'm pretty sure we'll get a good warning before it happens. They won't just cut us off and like, all right, everybody who doesn't have this much XP, you're out. Twice as one. What's up, man? Good to see. My ratio is bad. What's my ratio? Last time I checked, my ratio and all that was good. I just didn't have enough landings. Last time I checked, I haven't checked in a while. It's really not a concern to me, so I don't look very often at my XP or my landings or anything like that. Ooh, that's a good, you know, it's one thing I haven't thought about yet, is landing the 747. I haven't flown this plane in forever, and I'm not really sure. I should start looking that up. We're about to start our descent really soon, guys. And I need to figure out how to land this thing, right? It would be nice not to just plop down on the ground. I would like to have a smooth landing in 747 for the replay. You named your dog Dog. Really? Just trim enough and you'll be fine. But how much trim is enough? "747 reminds me of the grandma of planes who has good food." It does. That's a perfect example of what the 747 is. The queen of the skies. A snake named Pablo. PTA planes are better. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I really enjoyed the TBM flight in Hawaii. I was honestly expecting to see a general aviation Friday night flight this week because of Sun and Fun happening this week. Sadly, I wasn't able to join in on that flash flight they did. I'm like barely ever able to join them. I'm like flash, like, yeah. I'm always like, it's always just happens the worst time for me. I'm like, yeah, there's no way I can do that right now. What's up, Mihai? Good to see you. Max level 6. What's up, man?
A tremendous musical leap. I got to work with Timberland. That alone
Alright, it's time to sing, guys. Down to, I'm gonna do 18,000 for now.
Step of high water. All episodes now streaming. Only on YouTube.
You know, when I woke up this morning, my biggest concern was I was gonna wake up with like 15 violations. I'm actually gonna descend about 1,600 feet per minute. And I'm gonna keep my speed the same. Turn the HUD on just to kind of monitor that, make sure that we don't. Is that a commercial playing in the background? That is a commercial playing in the background. What the heck? This is why I don't play YouTube. It's exactly why I don't play YouTube as music background. Because there's always a stupid commercial in the middle. Anyways, I didn't have any flight music today, so I had to go at last minute, found something on YouTube. I've never been on a 747 in real life. I've never been on one. I'm actually gonna descend a bit quicker because we are going faster. I'm gonna go at 1,800 feet per minute, and we'll see how that goes for us. I just don't want to miss. I don't want to be too high when I get in there. Alright, spacing, guys, spacing. You know the rules, you know how it is. Nothing's changed. There's a few people like Blue 120 who will not be descending with us. So we're not concerned about his spacing. We do have an F-14 off our right wing. Not concerned about him. Our spacing from us in Korean 594 is good. And in VH Haas, I think you're still with us. I believe you are. So he knows what to do. So he'll be fine. Raven, he knows what to do as well. So I think we'll be good. We have a smaller group today, so I'm not really concerned about spacing because everybody who's flying with us all know what to do. So we'll be just fine. It's not a big group flying in today, guys. Vertical speed right now is 1,800. Negative 1,800. Have I ever flown the A380? I think I've flown it once. And I don't think it's on there. My intro that I use for YouTube, it used to have, I don't know if it still has, I think I took it off, but it used to have an A380 flying into Dubai. And that was probably the only time I've ever flown the A380. Just for that video. You guys know how I feel about the A380. My speed is the same. I'm actually 300 already. We'll go 310. I'm descending at 310, by the way. 310 knots, 1,800 feet per minute, down to 18,000 for now. I'll let you know if I change that. We're still 111 miles out. We're actually getting down pretty quick. Probably because it's slow our descent down a bit. I might get there early, so I'm actually gonna go up to 1,600, and we'll just see. I'll keep an eye on it, keep watching it, and see how things go. But what was I saying? Andrew, what's up, man? It's your day off, so you got to catch F and F. I'm glad you're able to make it, man. Hope you're having a great day off. Cry Blind, what's up, man? Good to see you. What was I talking about? A380, yeah. So the one time I ever flew the A380 was for that video in my intro. And I've never flown it since, and I didn't fly it before. So I thought about it. This would have been a good flight, honestly, to do an A380 flight. It was a perfect flight. A380 actually does, I believe, operate this route. I can't remember if it was this one or another one we were trying to choose from. But A380 has a Korean airplane, and I was just like, no. I'd rather not. I haven't flown 747 in a while. Let's give the 747 some love. Thank you, Benjamin. What's up, Skyhawk Pro Flight Gaming? How's it going, bro? I'm surprised you didn't join in with us, man. You've been hitting me up about doing flights, and I posted like publicly on Instagram and everything about this one. And I thought you were gonna show up, so I'm surprised you didn't make it. But we are on our descent. I know the title for the video says 10-hour flight to Korea, but we are finishing that flight. All right, this is the end of it. We are already into our descent down into Korea. Just to clarify that for people who may have just joined in. So we're not 10 hours away, we are 10 hours in. All right. Do I think the Embraer family needs rework? Yes, it definitely does. Do I think it's gonna get it soon? No, I don't feel like it will. Embraer is one of the less popular airliners. It's a great plane though, it really is, honestly. Embraer definitely has a fan base, but it's just not as big as Airbus and Boeing. And I feel that if Infinite Flight are gonna update a airliner, it's not gonna be Embraer, at least not yet. But it might be easier for them to do Embraer, and they may do it because it's easier, but I don't know. I mean, we were pretty surprised when they announced they're gonna redo the CRJ a while back. And that's one of the less popular airplanes too. I think it's definitely more popular now because it's been reworked and it's one of the better, higher quality airplanes for you to fly on Infinite Flight at the moment. But it's still a regional plane. A350 opinion, it's coming, but no time soon. That's my opinion. I think we get it. I feel we get it this year. I'm gonna give them a pretty big margin. I think we may get the A350 by the end of 2019, but it might be sooner. But I'm gonna have my hopes low so I don't get disappointed. You know what I mean? So, in the end of 2019 is my prediction for the A350. We just got note from ATC, the fighter. Let's see. I know it's an F-14. The fighter behind me, Mr. November 406 Romeo Tango, please break off or you will get ghosted. I'm gonna say that one more time in case you didn't hear me. November 406 Romeo Tango, please break off or you will be ghosted by ATC. That's not from me, that is from them. So appreciate the escort. I think we'll be safe from here on out. Thank you for flying with us. All right, we're looking good. We're almost at 18,000 already, and we're about 79 miles out. I'll probably hit them up right as I reach the red circle, which is really soon. Let's see if we can listen to the ADIS before we tune in. To approach, because we're getting pretty close. Are we close up to here? Yes. Okay, cool. Let me go ahead and kill the music here, and I will tune into the ADIS and take a listen to that.
Incheon Airport, Addis Information Juliet, time 15350, wind 290 at 4, visibility 6, temperature 7, dew point 0, QNH 1013 remarks, no intersection departures, no pattern work allowed. Straight out departures only, landing runways 34, 33 left and 33 right, departing runways 34, 33 left and 33 right. Advise on initial contact. You have information Juliet.
Alright, we have Juliet.
Incheon Airport, Addis Information Juliet, time 15350 Zulu, wind 290 at 4.
I'm gonna probably try to get
viewpoint 0, QNH 1013 remarks, no intersection
33 left or 33 right.
Allowed. Straight out departures only, landing runways 34.
Those have the ILSs on them.
Departing runways 34, 33 left and 33 right.
Alright, let's go ahead and tune out of the ADIS and we'll tune into approach. And listen in. We'll monitor for a few seconds before we tune it. Before we actually hit them up.
Turn left heading 360. November 406 Romeo Tango.
Skyhawk Pro Flight Gaming. What days am I free to fly? It's random, so it's really random. I can't say. I'm sorry. People have asked me that many times. I'm like, I don't have a schedule. I can't be like, oh, I'm free on Fridays. No, I'm not. Sometimes I'm not, so I can't say. Sorry. Was it last week? Hawaii was last week. Yeah. So last week we did the TBM flight. Just flying from one side of Hawaii to the other. After that flight was over, about a half hour later, me and a few other guys actually continued and did another flight from Hawaii to LAX, which is a lot longer. So that was random. It wasn't like I wasn't planning on doing that. I did announce it in the stream that I was going to do it, but I wasn't planning on doing it. Let's go ahead and request approach into Incheon. I don't know how to say that. Any runway ILS, and we'll just see what they say.
116 Heavy is 46 nautical miles west of Incheon International at 18,000 feet, requesting aisles approach any runway at Incheon International.
Alright, we're gonna get the GPS approach runway 34. So I guess the weather must be pretty good.
For the GPS
We're getting the
approach
GPS
runway
approach.
34 at Incheon International. Roger, Blue 116 Heavy.
Alright, left heading 080, descend down to 9,000.
Left heading 080, descend and
Nav mode
maintain
off.
9,000.
Left 080.
Corina 5592
And we're
is
gonna descend down to
21
9,000
nautical
feet.
miles
I'm gonna set it to
northeast
11,000
of
first to make sure we don't, speed or anything like that.
Requesting GPS approach any
And we'll
runway
descend
at Incheon
down
International.
about 1,800 feet per
Turn
minute.
left heading 080.
There we go,
Descend
making our
maintain
descent.
9,000. Blue 116 Heavy. Soil approach. Corina 5592 with you. Sierra Victor Alpha 326. Contact Incheon Tower on
Alright, cool.
118.2. Turn left heading 160.
What's up, Daniel? Good to see you, man.
Corina 1410 is 6 nautical
Sherry,
miles
is infinite
west
flight
of
flight
30,000
time matched
feet.
with real world
Requesting
flight
radar
time?
message
Yes.
international.
Turn
A
left
flight in real life
heading
takes 10 hours. It
080.
will take you 10 hours on infinite flight to do so if you're flying the same plane.
Victor Hotel Hotel Oscar Sierra.
Cool, man. That's great. You're getting your pilot license at the end of the year. That's great, man.
Descend and maintain 9,000. Kilo Alpha
Appreciate it, Hamza. I'm glad you guys like. I'm glad you guys like the TBM flight. I appreciate that.
5,700 feet. Requesting visual
It means a lot that you say that because it's well known that general aviation type flights are not as popular on infinite flight. So I love to hear when people say that they appreciate and enjoy when we do VFR and general aviation type flights, because I personally really enjoy that type of flying, and it's nice to be able to share that with you guys. Yes, Sauce King, I agree. I hate when people call me as well when you're flying on infinite flight, because it does disconnect all of the add-on apps that you're using with infinite flight. The good thing is that it pauses your flight. It would be horrible if you would get a phone call and infinite flight keeps running in the background. Wouldn't that suck? That'd be horrible. Or your phone dies, and oh no, that wouldn't be the same, I guess. But Malaysia 001, what's up, man? Good to see you.
Turn left heading 240.
He gave us runway 34. That's the runway on the west, and we're getting vectors right now. 080 down to 9,000.
FedEx 603 Heavy. Turn left heading 090. November 406 Romeo Tango. Turn left heading 180. India Foxtrot Sierra Foxtrot Golf Echo Victor Mike. Contact Incheon Tower on 118.2. Korean Air 1410. Descend and maintain 3000. Mike Lima Tango 3110. Expect vectors for the Isles approach runway 33 right at Incheon International.
Roger, Romeo Alpha Victor India November.
Romeo Alpha Victor India November. Turn left heading 080. Descend and maintain.
I still don't know how to
9,000.
land this thing. I guess we'll have to figure it out.
1212. Requesting descent to 8,000. Roger, FedEx 60.
I don't know what our trim needs to be.
Korean Air 1212.
Anything.
Expect vectors for the Isles approach runway 33 right.
Oh wait, you were
at
Bok Bok
International.
Chicken at
Korean Air
Hawaii?
604 Super.
Did I
Turn
see
left
you?
heading
I feel like I
020.
saw you.
Descend and maintain 5,000. Turn left heading 020. Descend and maintain 5,000. Corina 604 Super.
Turn right heading 160. Descend and maintain.
What's up, Jack
6,000.
Vlogs? Good to see you, man.
Corina 594.
Korean Air 36 Super is 62 nautical miles.
There's a big difference between GA and
17,500 feet.
an
Requesting
airliner
Isles approach
type
any runway
flying.
at
Like
Incheon
it's just
International.
different, man. It's
Virgin
very
518.
different. I wouldn't say
Requesting
it's
runway is
better
closed. Expect vectors for
in
runway
any
34
way,
at Incheon
but I think it's really
International.
it's kind of like
heading 220. Virgin
I don't know.
518.
Some people prefer
Korean 5592.
a
Turn left heading
doing
360.
general aviation over airliners. Some people
Turn
prefer
left heading
airliner over
160.
general aviation.
Descend
I
and
enjoy
maintain
both. Here we go. Right heading 160, maintain
Mike Lima
6,000.
Tango 3110, requesting descent to 7,000.
Turn right heading 160. Descend and maintain 6,000. Blue 116 Heavy. Mike Lima Tango 3110. Turn left heading 060.
Alright, we're slowing our speed down.
Descend and maintain 8,000.
That's the reason that we are not yet descending below 10,000. We've been given 6,000, but I don't want to speed and put the speed brakes out.
Turn left heading
Is that our airport right there?
Descend and maintain
It is.
3,500.
There's,
Maintain
Seoul.
3,500 until established on the localizer.
We'll get my
Air
speed
GPS
slowed down.
runway
Let's go
34
look inside.
Soil approach.
And he wants us
Foxtrot
at
17.
6,000 feet, so we gotta hurry.
Turn left heading
I need to get the speed down quickly, but this thing is pretty heavy, so it's going to take a little bit of time to get our speed down. I will go ahead and see if we can start our descent. Down to 6,000. There we are. 230 knots. But descend down to 6,000. Turn on the landing lights now that we're going down below 10,000 feet. We're good on fuel. We still have 14% fuel remaining, which is 2 hours and about 3 hours of fuel actually. Bulls are still out while we're descending because these things like to pick up speed. You know, gravity is a thing. Again, we've been giving 3-4, which is the runway to the left over here. And speed looks good. We're descending still for 6,000. I want to get there as soon as I can. But I don't want to dive into it, you know, either. The airport's right there off our left wing. We see Asiana Heavy on the ground.
Turn right heading 160, descend and maintain 6,000. FedEx 603 Heavy, turn right heading 110, descend and maintain 6,000.
Gotta love the scenery out here around Southern Korea.
And maintain 6,000. Alpha Foxtrot Kilo Lima Mike 264 Heavy. Korean Air 604 Super, turn left heading 330. Virgin 518, turn left heading 060. Virgin 518, correction.
I'm gonna expedite our descent a little bit.
Heading 150, Virgin 518. Virgin 518, requested runway is closed. Expect Blue 116 Heavy, turn right heading 200.
I think he's extending our vectors because we're too high. Alright, we'll go 200.
Turn right heading 070, descend and maintain 9,000.
I believe we repeated it back, didn't we?
Descend and maintain 2,500.
Yeah, we did.
2,500 until established on the localizer. Clear dials runway 33 right. Korean 1410.
November 406 Romeo Tango, reduce speed to 220 knots.
You guys are so funny.
Turn right heading 070, descend and maintain 9,000. Kilo Alpha Mike Super.
Reduce speed to
You said 40% trim is what we need.
406 Romeo Tango.
That was good.
FedEx 603 Heavy, please expedite altitude change. Mike Lima Tango 3110.
Jack, I think I saw you earlier. I don't remember. That was 10 hours ago.
Descend and maintain 3,000. Kenya 408, contact and Sheehan
Alright,
Tower
let's
on
slowly change our trim. Slowly change our trim to 40%.
Tango 3110.
Turn right heading 110, descend and maintain 6,000. FedEx 603 Heavy. Korean Air 604 Super, turn left heading 280, descend and maintain 3,000.
We are.
Turn left heading 280.
Alright, land lights are on, seatbelt signs are on. Fuel and load and everything looks good. We're not too heavy for landing. We're not above the max landing weight. Good. We burn off a lot of fuel in this flight. Crazy. It's crazy that we're only 3. Here we go, left heading 160. It's crazy that we're... It's still crazy. We put in 18 hours of fuel. That's what it said. 18 hours of fuel on board when we left Barcelona 10 hours ago. And we're only 3 hours. We only have 3 hours of extra fuel now. So keep that in mind, guys, if you decide to fly 747 anytime in the future. Make sure you put a lot of extra fuel. We almost went double the amount of fuel that we needed for this flight. Now here comes 6,000, I think. Yes, we can turn spoilers off. Right now we're at 230 knots is our speed. This plane ahead of us is going to 41. Let's slow down a bit more. We'll go down to 20. MD-11 ahead of us is going a little bit slower than we are. Actually, a lot slower.
Contacting Incheon Tower on 118.2. Korean 1410.
Turn left heading 050. Descend and maintain 8,000.
Negative trim? No. Alright, 060 down to 4,000. So we're gonna get on the ground pretty quick.
Turn left heading 060, descend and maintain 4,000. Blue 116 Heavy.
It's our base turn basically.
905 is 12 nautical miles southwest of A511 at 8,000 feet. Requesting GPS approach runway 34 at Incheon
Down
International.
to 4,000.
Korean Air 65, contact Incheon Tower on 118.2. Turn right heading 160, descend and maintain 6000, Kilo Alpha Mike Super. Contacting Incheon Tower on 118.2, Korean Air 65. Dynasty 905, expect vectors for the Isles approach runway 33 right at Incheon International. Korean Air 1212, turn left heading 010, descend and maintain 8000. Turn left heading 010, descend and maintain 8000, Korean Air 1212.
Turn left heading 360. Descend and maintain 3,500.
Yeah, I have heard of Real Flight Simulator, but it is, at least last I checked, it is not on iOS. It is Android only. So I have not got a chance to try it out. I keep hearing about it. I haven't looked into it at all, but I keep hearing about it. So. If it comes to iOS, I'll try it. If not, then you guys can try it yourself.
Cleared Isles runway 33 right approach. Thank you. Good day. Alpha Foxtrot Kilo Lima Mike.
Alright, we're coming up 500 feet away from 4,000 now.
Turn left heading 280, descend and maintain 5,000. Romeo Alpha Victor India November, turn right heading
It could be slow enough to go
160.
flaps 5.
Turn left heading 280.
I'm kind of like, you know, not really sure.
Turn right heading 160. Romeo Alpha Victor India November.
There's no ground effect on a 747. Do you mean I'm not gonna flare?
Descend and maintain 6,000. November 406.
Maybe that's why my landings are so hard. There's no ground effect.
Victor Hotel Oscar Sierra Sierra, turn left heading 060, descend and maintain 4,000. Frequency change approved Swiss
Look at this traffic.
909 heavy, good day. FedEx 603 heavy, turn left heading 360, descend
Almost
and
there,
maintain
guys.
3,500, maintain 3,500 until established on the localizer, cleared GPS runway 34 approach. Korean Air 36 Super is 46 nautical
I'm just
miles
slowly
west
bringing
of
my
Incheon
speed
International
back.
at 13,500 feet.
But I'm not. I would rather be slower on approach than faster, because I'm not very familiar with this plane.
Korean Air 594, increase speed to 200 knots.
Increase speed to 200 knots. Corina 594.
Mike Lima Tango 3110, turn left heading 290, descend and maintain 3000. Victor Hotel
I
Oscar
think we can go
Sierra
flaps 10. We'll try it. If it doesn't work, we'll change it.
Turn left heading 360.
Left 360.
36 is 3 nautical miles northwest of Incheon International at 2,000 feet.
Alright, he's vectoring us for the GPS. Again, this is the GPS approach, not the ILS. But I don't think we're gonna get a visual. We might get a visual.
Delta 736, expect vectors to Narita International.
Turn left, heading 360, blue 116 heavy.
Roger, Delta 736.
Alright, let's turn off all these
Delta 736, turn right heading
names.
070, climb and maintain 15,000. Korean Air 604 Super, contact Incheon Tower on 118.2. Unable, Delta
I want to keep it
736.
fast. How fast is fast?
Korean Air 1212, turn left heading 330, descend and maintain 5,000.
Oh wow, yeah, bro. You always want positive trim for landing and takeoff.
Descend and maintain 6,000.
Turn right heading 160.
Oh, nice. Chris is going 33 right.
6,000. November 406 Romeo Tango.
Roger, Victor Hotel
All right, let's take a look at the map.
Sierra. Janix 23, turn right heading 270, descend and maintain 5,000.
GPS 34 is what we're expecting.
Dynasty 905, turn right heading 140, descend and maintain 5,000.
We are 18 miles out.
116 heavy, turn right heading 360, descend and maintain 3,500. Maintain 3,500 until established on the localizer. Clear GPS runway 34 approach.
Alright, maintain 360 to 3,500 to establish on localizer 34.
3,500 until established on the localizer. Clear GPS runway 34, blue 116 heavy.
Contacting Incheon Tower on 118.2, FedEx 603 heavy.
Singapore 559 is 12 nautical miles northwest of G505 at 11,700 feet. Request denials approach any runway at Incheon International.
Singapore 559, expect vectors for the Isles approach runway 33.
Yeah, I don't get that reference. I don't know what full celly means. 1% fuel, wow, Chris.
Turn right heading 300, descend and maintain 2,500.
You can probably actually use the emergency fuel button just to make sure they don't give you a go around. They actually make you a priority if they would. I don't know if they may not do that in an event situation, but I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, you did a 10-hour flight, you just misjudged it. It happens. So I don't know. I feel like it'd be fair to let them know, like, hey, I'm low on fuel.
Turn left heading 010, Alpha Foxtrot Kilo Lima Mike 264 Heavy. Korean Air 721, turn right heading 050, descend and maintain 8,000.
Alright, I see the runway. I also see traffic.
Heading 360, descend and maintain 3,000.
We kind of overshot the localizer a little bit.
3,500 until established on the localizer. Clear GPS runway 3.
The final approach heading is 332. We have been assigned 3,500. Do not exceed 1,180 knots.
Turn right.
Do not exceed 180 knots. Blue 116 heavy.
Contact tower.
Turn left heading 040. Romeo Alpha Victor India November.
Contacting engine tower on 118.2. Blue 116.
Alright, call inbound, landing on the ILS. Actually, we're on the GPS. On the GPS, runway 234.
Engine tower, Blue 116 heavy, inbound on the GPS runway 34 with information Juliet.
Yeah, I do have visual of the field as well. We'll set the spoilers to armed. And I think we can go another. Can we? I don't know. What's up, Jacko? Good to see you. Oh snap, there it is. Oh no. Oh, there's no approach mode on this plane. Okay. Alright, I'm flying it myself then. I just realized there's no. I'm so used to the planes having the approach mode that I'll set the approach myself, or let the plane fly the majority of the approach, and I'll pick it up at like 500, 1,000 feet. But this plane doesn't have that, so we have to fly it ourselves. That's okay. Alright, number 2, clear to land runway 34.
Number 2, cleared to land, runway 34, Blue 116.
Alright, we're flying it in by hand, baby. Wish me luck. It has been a long time since I've flown a 747. I'm just, it's a disclaimer right now, guys. We'll go gear down now. Don't put no pressure. I'm not promising it's gonna be the best landing ever.
I'm sorry, 41175.
And we are right on the glide slope for runway 34. We're also just to the left of the localizer. I'm gonna turn off the HUD. Thankfully, it's not too choppy. The winds are looking okay. 13 knot headwind.
Victor Hotel Hotel Oscar Sierra Sierra, minimum fuel, 18 minutes remaining.
There it is. Oh, 18 minutes? You're good. Alright, full flaps, and I'm gonna go 160. I don't know. Anybody know what the landing final approach speed is for the 747? If you could tell me right now. Again, flaps may be down too early, but I don't know. That's the thing. Again, I'm just letting you guys know. I don't know. I'm doing everything early so that I have time to recover if I were to make a mistake. That's vital. You know what I'm saying? We are still kinda, we're not heavy, we're only 13% fuel, so I guess we're good. So what are we looking at, like 150 knots for landing? Thank you, Julius, that's very helpful. I do see an aircraft on the runway. Hopefully he gets off before we get there.
Frequency change approved Korean Air 1420.
So far so good. We're a little high though.
Frequency change approved Alpha Foxtrot Kilo Lima Mike 121. Good day.
Alpha Foxtrot Kilo Lima Mike 264 Heavy. Please check tutorials on the
I kind of would like a little bit more trim.
Korean 1175.
Just a little bit more.
Frequency change.
Alpha Foxtrot Kilo Lima Mike 264 Heavy, number 2.
That works better for me.
Cleared to land.
Incheon Tower, Korean Air 432, ready for takeoff at runway 33
Let's get on the center line as best as possible.
Korina 594, contact Incheon ground on 121.75.
Contacting Incheon ground on 121.75. Korina 594.
Korina 432, line up and wait runway 33 left.
Line up and wait runway 33 left, Korean Air 432.
Korina 604 Super, cross runway 33 left.
Crossing runway 33 left, Korina 604 Super.
Incheon Tower, Papa Kilo 994, ready for takeoff at runway 33 left.
Not bad.
Departing straight out.
Reverse was green.
175, frequency change approved. Good day. Papa Kilo 994, hold short at runway 33 left.
Holding short runway 33 left.
Alright,
Papa
let it
Kilo
roll.
994.
Blue 116 Heavy, exit runway when able, contact ground on the taxiway.
Wilco, Blue 116 Heavy.
Why are all these taxiways facing the wrong direction?
On the forum for assistance using ATC instructions.
Incheon Tower,
Here you go off the runway though.
Alpha Victor
ASAP.
Alpha
We'll use that one right
14A,
there.
ready for takeoff at runway 34, departing south.
Romeo Alpha Victor India November, number 2, runway 34, cleared to land.
Number 2, cleared to land, runway 34, Romeo Alpha
Get our
Victor
speed
India
down.
November. Incheon Tower, United 815, ready for takeoff at runway 33 left, departing straight out.
Alpha Victor
In my
Alpha
opinion,
148,
I feel like
runway
the
34,
taxi too fast thing
Papa
comes
Kilo
up too
994,
soon.
runway 33 left, cleared
Like
for
if you're
takeoff.
really trying to get off the runway
Line up
quickly,
and wait runway 34, Alpha Victor Alpha 148.
United 815, line up and wait runway 33 left.
Cleared for takeoff. Runway
I would have to
33
slow down to
left.
like
Papa
35
Kilo
knots
994.
on the runway
Line up and wait runway
to not
33
have that
left,
pop up, you know,
United 815.
and that's gonna slow down traffic.
Alpha Victor Alpha
Alright, I'm hit brakes
148,
here.
runway 34,
We contact,
cleared for
we'll turn
takeoff.
off the land lights
Clear for
and
takeoff,
strobes.
runway 34,
We'll get rid of the
Alpha
spoilers. We'll also
Victor
contact
Alpha
ground
148.
and let them know we are ready to
Virgin
taxi
short
to parking.
runway 33 left, Romeo Echo Delta Sierra 2.
Incheon ground, Blue 116 Heavy, request
And
taxi
flaps it.
to parking.
Incheon ground, Indonesia 7181, ready for pushback with information here.
Indonesia 7181, pushed back approved.
Alright guys, welcome
Expect
to
runway
Southern
33 left.
Korea,
Asiana 1549,
or South Korea,
pushed back approved.
Seoul,
Expect
Incheon
runway 33
International.
left. Blue 116 Heavy, taxi to parking.
Taxiing to parking.
That went a lot
Blue
smoother than I
116 Heavy.
anticipated. But I'm happy with that.
Incheon ground, Xanadu 132, ready
I
for
have
pushback with
Infinite Flight
information
Assistant
here.
gives you the head shake.
Xanadu
So when you
132,
land, you actually see the
pushback
head
approved.
kind of shake. Which even on the smoothest of
Pushback
landings,
approved,
you would
Xanadu
you get at least a
132.
little bit of head shake. Alright, so where do we park? I would like to take a spot that's heavy friendly, but it's really tough
Lima
to
Tango
figure out where
3110,
that is
request permission to cross runway 33 left.
just by looking.
Incheon ground, China Southern
If I
65,
opened up
ready to
live
taxi
flight,
to
it actually would
runway
give me
34
some
with
help on
information
finding
here.
out
Mike
where it
Lima
would be
Tango
best for me to
3110,
park.
hold short of runway
And I actually do
33
think I
left.
have it open
Incheon ground. Delta 1974.
on my laptop.
Ready for pushback with information kilo. Requesting runway 33 left.
Hold short of runway 33 left, Mike Lima Tango 3110. China Southern 65, taxi to runway 34, contact tower when ready.
Taxiing to runway 34.
That was a good flight.
China Southern
Final
65.
flight time was 11 hours and 22 minutes. We actually landed at a great time. Like I feel like we timed this flight very
Delta
well.
1974.
Incheon ground, Indonesia 7181, ready to taxi with information kilo. Incheon ground, Med Airline 796, ready for pushback with information kilo.
Incheon ground. Asiana 1549. Ready to taxi with information kilo.
Indonesia 7181, taxi to runway 33 left, contact tower when ready.
How do I?
796,
I haven't done it in a
pushback
while.
approved. Asiana 1549, taxi to runway 33 left, contact tower when ready.
Pushback approved, Med Airline 796.
Taxiing to runway 33
Can't remember
left.
how to look up
Asiana
charts on live flight.
1549.
Taxiing to runway 33 left,
Alright, let's see if we can find a big heavy spot. They're usually on the ends.
Ready to taxi to runway 33 left with information.
I'll park next to the A380 over there. How about that? That should be a good spot.
Taxi to runway 34. Contact tower when ready.
Incheon ground, Alpha Foxtrot Kilo Lima Mike 264 Heavy, request taxi to parking.
Incheon ground, Victor Hotel Oscar Sierra
Centurion?
request
Cargo?
taxi to parking.
Victor Hotel.
My first
Hotel
time
Oscar
seeing that
Sierra
livery.
Sierra, taxi to parking.
Stand by.
Yeah, there's the Korean Air A380 right there that I mentioned.
Singapore 088 Heavy, pushed back approved. Incheon ground, Whiskey
It had
Alpha Mike 1, ready for
KLM. I thought about flying KLM too.
Incheon ground, Xanadu 132.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are flying the A380 this week. But again, I think it just kind of comes down to what you prefer. A380 is a great option. We're gonna hit stop here. Let the guy by. He think he's departing. But A380 is a great option if you want to do a long haul into Korea because they do have a Korean Air. A380. Go ahead and go because I gotta turn left.
Taxi to runway 34. Contact tower when ready.
Taxiing to runway 34, Met Airline 796.
Pushed back approved. Whiskey Hotel Alpha Mike 1.
Taxiing to runway 33 left, Xanadu 132.
Trying to signal him that he can go.
Incheon ground, November 371 X-ray Golf.
What that means right there.
Push back with information kilo.
I'm going left.
November 371 X-ray Golf, hold position.
Holding position, November 371 X-ray Golf.
Lano flying in from Sweden. Sounds good, man. Yeah, we'll watch that replay here in a little bit. Yeah, you guys are all right. We approach the glide slope from below, obviously. That's the way you always need to do it. If you're ever trying to approach a glide slope from above, you are doing it wrong.
Ready to taxi with information kilo. Mike Lima Tango 3110.
And apparently this guy doesn't want to move, so I guess we'll just go. We'll go around him. We'll take that center taxiway. What, now you want to go?
Taxiing to runway
Oh, you're funny.
Delta 1974.
Whiskey Hotel
I was waiting for you, bro.
Taxi to runway 34. Contact tower when ready.
I love the KLM 787.
Whiskey Hotel Alpha Mike
A
1.
beautiful plane.
Thank you, Kilo Lima Mike 04.
FedEx 603 Heavy, hold short of runway 33 left.
Hold short of runway 33 left, FedEx 603 Heavy.
Incheon ground.
Alright, let's go.
Romeo Alpha Victor India November.
Whoa.
First taxi to park.
Whoa.
Incheon ground,
Whoa.
November
Hyperspeed.
371 X-ray Golf. Ready for pushback with information
He must have
kilo.
disconnected. I think I think there's no other explanation for how he sped up that quick.
Please expedite.
He had to have disconnected or something like that.
Lima Tango 3110. FedEx 603 Heavy, cross runway 33 left, please expedite.
Crossing runway 33 left, FedEx 603
Let's see, where shall we
Victor
park?
Hotel Oscar Sierra
I think all
Sierra,
these spots are pretty
request
good
permission
for
to
heavies,
cross
so
runway
I'm gonna take the
33
one
left.
to the right of the Etihad,
Victor India November, taxi to park.
and let's see if we can fit there.
Taxiing to parking. Romeo Alpha Victor
Actually,
India
no,
November.
that is a.
Incheon ground.
That is not a.
333.
Is it?
Request taxi to parking.
It might be. Let's try it.
Pushback approved. November 371 X-ray Golf.
Victor Hotel
I think it's big
Oscar
enough.
Sierra Sierra, hold short of runway 33 right. Incheon ground, Mike Lima Tango 3110, request taxi to parking.
Hold short of runway 33 right. Victor Hotel Oscar Sierra Sierra. Hold short of runway 33 left. Victor Hotel Oscar Sierra Sierra.
Taxiing to runway 33 left, Xanadu 132.
Wow, that is off. I wonder if the cockpit view is not right. Or if I'm just, I don't know. I was trying to get on the line from the inside and it did not look right. Yeah, that's perfect. That is a perfect distance between the A380 and the 747. Nice. We picked the perfect spot. All right, cool. Engine's off, and we'll take a look at the replay. Thank you few guys who were actually able to do this long flight with us. I appreciate it. Final flight time again was 11 hours and 22 minutes. Again, if you just joined us, we did not do the entire 11 hours on stream. I only streamed the last like 2 hours of it. It took off last night, about midnight U.S. Central Time.
November 371 X-ray Golf. Ready to
Had a few guys fly out with us, and we've been flying all night. Went to sleep, woke up, streamed, and now we're here in South Korea.
Kilo Alpha Mike Super.
Alright, cool. Beacon lights can come off now.
Taxiing to parking.
Smoking sounds will come off.
Alpha Mike Super.
Not smoking, seatbelt sounds will come off. And we'll go ahead and disconnect from frequency. Thank you, ATC, for all your help today. You guys did an amazing job. As always, I appreciate it. Thank you guys for your patience as well as your expertise. So I personally, I like to kind of like, once I get to the gate, I like to like sit here for a little bit and allow my replay to kind of get some gate action. You know what I mean? Because there could be some things going on that we don't see in the replay that we can always go back and watch. So whenever I do a flight, I don't immediately turn the engines off and end the flight. Like I'll sit here, I'll allow some people to park in their spots around me, or allow some more aircraft to land. I think he's going to be just barely, yeah, it's going to be just barely enough room for him to fit there. So I think he'll be good. But yeah, I'm just kind of trying to get more going on in the replay so I can go back and watch some of that. Ooh, that's going to be close. That is close. We can, this is a good airport for heavies, man. Maybe we just picked a good spot. Don't like that my plane is right there. I'm gonna push back a little bit. There we go. What's up, like a boss? Good to see you, man. Welcome to the stream. We're just landing, and it's no problem. Chris, have you parked yet? And where are you? Which one is you? One is you. I know you landed on the other side. Oh, there you are. You had to probably cross the runway and everything, so you're over there. Man, it's so quiet now. All the engines are off. Let's bring the music back a little bit here in the background, so it's not so awkward. That works. And I'm gonna start back here. But yeah, stick around, guys. We're gonna watch the replay, watch the landing, and we'll also watch my departure out of Barcelona that neither of us got to see. I'm pretty happy. I mean, I haven't seen the exterior view yet of our landing, but I'm pretty happy with how it went because I expected worse. Low gang, do your next flight out of LAX. I already did that. Matter of fact, there's a video on my YouTube channel still of the flight that I did from LAX to this same airport 1 year ago, and it's actually a really good video. So it's in on my channel. Go look it up. Just search Blue Games RKSI. That's it. Just search my name and the airport and you'll find. Matter of fact, if you're ever wondering if I flew in and out of a certain airport, just search Blue Games and the ICAO of the airport and you'll see if I flew out of that airport. That's how I found it, 'cause I forgot. I honestly forgot that I did that flight a year ago, and I went back and watched it a little bit yesterday to get an update. I was like, let's see how it went. But it was a fun flight. It was a good flight. It was really entertaining, actually. Even for me to watch again a year later, I'm like, I had a different microphone, different everything. I didn't have a camera yet, none of that stuff. But we flew the Olympic airline, not airline, but Olympic livery into South Korea last year. PL, my graphic settings are set all the way up. I think it's set to like ridiculous or something like that. There's actually a new setting called ridiculous now. Let me see, what is it? Yeah, ludicrous is what it is. And make sure, if you have a good phone, you can turn off the limit frame rate and it'll look amazing. I don't know if anti-aliasing is something I need to have. Not really sure. Let's see, I'm gonna turn it on and see if it actually does anything. I don't think it actually does anything. I don't see a big difference. So it says it only works on some devices, so my device may or may not be. Maybe I'm just not looking for the right thing. Ooh, that'd be a good airline to fly too. Singapore Airlines, man. I've been wanting to fly Singapore Airlines, but I don't believe Singapore is in game yet. Or they have Singapore, but I don't think they have HD scenery there. But I love Singapore and I would love to fly. Honestly, Singapore Airlines is one of my favorite airlines when it comes to livery wise. Like I love New Zealand, I love Singapore, I love KLM, I love United, but it's for the 787. What's up, Mahindrada? Man, you guys' names get harder and harder to say. But thank you, man. I appreciate you supporting the stream. Thanks for being a fan of the channel. Korean cargo at a passenger terminal. Maybe they're smuggling people. I don't know. Which lines look better though? They don't look any better. It looks the same. I think we're just waiting for Chris to park, and then we'll be ready to go. Was that A3? Was that A340 next was? Aer Lingus is a good airline too. Is it really? Did it really change that much? Let's turn it off. You guys are seeing something I'm not. Maybe I'm just not looking at it right. Alright, so this is without anti-aliasing, right? This is with anti-aliasing. Let's turn off anti-aliasing, which I've never had on before in the past. And see how it looks. Like, is that not the same? I'm gonna take a screenshot. I'm gonna look at it later and see if that looks any different. Maybe we need to be closer. Let's zoom in actually, even more. And maybe a little bit less. Nope, look at that. Alright, let's take a look, guys. So this is without anti-aliasing, alright? The runway? Oh, you're right, Sumiko. Alright, so without anti-aliasing. With anti-aliasing. Looks the same to me. Maybe it's not the planes. You guys are saying look at the taxi lines, okay. We're already pretty straight path. Hey, let's go look at the runway. Where is the runway? Runway's over here. Alright, so this is with, oh, turn you off, nope. This is with anti-aliasing on. Right. Oh, nope, can't, nope, turn it back on. Wait, was it off or on? I don't remember now. Okay, it's on right now. Wait, it's on. We'll turn it off. I don't know. I don't see anything. I don't see a difference. Maybe I'm tripping though. But all right, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough. Let's go watch the replay. I'm gonna turn it on. I'm gonna leave it on. Because you guys say it look better. I'm gonna leave it on, and yeah, and we'll hit in flight. And yes, I am sure we got 399,000 XP for that one. Penalty 0%. Obviously, you guys we were kind of like debating on what was the difference between me getting landings or whatever, and I was saying that I needed landings. That's the only thing I was missing from getting to grade 4. I need 100 landings, and I only have 20. Wait, what? Oh, in the last 90 days. So I obviously have a bunch more landings than that. My flight time is more than enough. My violation count is more than enough. My XP is way more than enough. My total landings is more than enough. So everything is way beyond. I just need more landings. I basically just need to land a whole lot more within the last 90 days to be grade 4. That's the only difference. So you guys were talking about that earlier in the flight. That's the only difference. All right, let's go watch the replay. Or some of it. Should be this one. I wonder how long this is gonna take to load. This is a 11-hour flight. Matter of fact, the replay is 12 hours. So let's hit it. See, I've never, this is my first time. This is kind of one of the reasons that I wanted to do a long haul, is because, you know, everybody was saying that even long hauls can be completely recorded with replay mode. And so I want to see that for myself and see if there's any hiccups or any issues with that. Yes, 747 is a great plane. Whoever said that earlier. Alright, right now it's still loading. So we did take off. We took off out of guys, we took off out of Barcelona, Spain. It was like 5 a.m. local time in Barcelona. It was midnight my time where I live. And it's actually loading pretty quick too. And it looked just like this. It was dark as heck. But I'm gonna go forward here, but the sun started rising right when we took off. This is dark. I can't even see it on my screen. We'll see if it actually does it, because I did change the time later on. I'm actually just gonna go ahead and change it now. There you go. I think we had, was it like 4 or 5 of you guys? Let me see, because the people who landed with us were not all the same people who took off with us. Some people were not able to complete the entire flight. And we had 1, 2, we just have 4 people with us when we took off.
0630 Super is clear of all runways.
You woke up and saw the Instagram countdown. I didn't give a huge like notice. Like I had already mentioned it on Discord like 4 hours earlier, but I didn't post it to Instagram until I knew where we were flying, and that was only an hour of notice. So obviously I should have gave more time if I wanted more people to come, but I wasn't too worried about it. I was like, whoever sees it, and we'll do better next time. What's up, Amani Frank? Good to see you.
Barcelona Unicorn, Blue 116 Heavy is taking off runway 25 right, departing east.
Yeah, we're doing really good on time too. Let's fast forward a bit to our takeoff. And what view should we do for takeoff? Let's do the flyby. Yeah, it's all good. I understand. I mean, a lot of people are not able to do a lot of long hauls, and especially like people when they do long hauls, it's usually depending on their current local time. So a lot of people do long hauls, you know, again, like what we did. We took off in the middle of the night, landed in the morning, but that was my local time. It wasn't your local time. So it is what it is. Don't worry. There'll be another flight next time. This is us taking off in 747-800 out of Barcelona, Spain.
0630 Super is taking off runway 25 right, departing straight out.
We were heavy too. We were so heavy. Look how long it took us to get off of the ground. This is how heavy we were. Look at this. Look how slow. It's so cool though. Like we were like we look heavy. And the plane, it felt heavy too. London to Los Angeles, A380, nice man. Yeah, we were below max takeoff weight, but we were still heavy. We were still really heavy. All right, go ahead, guys. As we're watching the replay, let me know if there's anything specific that you would like to see us take a look at. Let me know that now. Would you like to see the takeoff in another? Ooh, look at that view. Hold on. Rewind about 15 seconds to right there. That is a cool view. I'm gonna recreate that view. Free camera. There's a screenshot opportunity here. But yeah, let me know while we're going through it. Let me know what you like to see in the replay, specifically specific views, times, whatever. Is there anything that we flew over that you like to see? Let me know that now while we're getting everything going. I'm trying to get where you can see me taking off and you can also see the plane on the runway behind us. That's what I'm working on. You guys want to see Russia? Yeah, I want to see Russia too. I was asleep during the Russia part of our flight. Cruise mid-flight, yeah, no problem, guys. These are good suggestions. I want to see the same things. Oh, where'd he go? He disappeared. I think I got too far away. There he is. I'm not gonna take a lot of screenshots right now. I can go back and look at those later after the stream is over, but that's an okay one. I'm not super excited about that screenshot. Maybe if the lighting was better and the weather too, so better visibility and brighter time of day might look a little bit better. Just a little bit. This still doesn't look great. We'll take a screenshot and we'll move on. I'll go back and get some screenshots later and post them on Instagram. I think I use like 30% trim on takeoff. Maybe 40 though. I might have used 40% trim on takeoff. I can't remember. Alright, cool. That's a cool shot. Let's watch the takeoff again real quick. I'm gonna switch cameras. Here we go. But yeah, again, we were heavy, man. Again, I packed 18 hours of fuel into the plane, or what it said 18 hours was. What we could also do is we could go to... Let's do the bottom. I haven't heard any of you guys say anything about the views for takeoff. We'll do the bottom. I thought the wheels turned. It's not. We're up, we're up, we're up, we're up. We're still trying to come up. And finally we're off. We're running out of runway too, so I had to rotate. I think we rotated around 150 knots. I love the way the gear goes in. These look cool. Alright. Yeah, I guess I need to upgrade to 747. I need some wing flex. I need some wheels that rotate. And I think I took off of flaps 10. 747. So, all right, you guys are requesting to see mid-flight. So let's scroll forward here and take a look at some mid-flight action and see what we saw. When I took off, I was, you know, I am using a phone, so I'm not gonna be perfectly steady all the time. Let's go to the 2 hour mark. And the scenery's gonna have to load in below us. I think this is actually I think this is, yeah, exactly what I thought. We're just passing Italy at this point. Go a bit more forward. Still not quite the Russia yet. Alright, this is definitely Russia. Hey, when did that happen? Cool. Like, what did you guys do to my plane while I was asleep? That would be so funny, honestly. Somebody wakes up after a long haul and sees somebody's been like messing with them in the middle of their flight. What is this? I think, yeah, this is Russia. This is part of Russia. This is not the fun part of Russia. This is that part of Russia. Keep going forward. But it's just, I mean, I can't like praise replay mode enough. Like, it's just so many cool things that you can do that you couldn't do before. Things you can see you couldn't see before. I mean, before you do long hauls, you go to sleep, you never know what the heck you flew over. But now everything is recorded. I'm really surprised. Like, it's crazy how, again, this is a 10-hour flight. I'm just skimming through it so easily. Is it like it takes a couple seconds for the scenery to load in, but other than that, like, it just, look at that. All right, this is at 7 hours. So right now, Russia is not being very, not really impressed. But I think it's maybe the later portion where we start flying over the mountains of Russia when we started. There we go. So now we're getting to some mountainous area. That's at probably going 8 hours. I think this is around the time I woke up. Morning before we started the stream. Get a little bit hilly, you know. Oh, yeah, that looks. Oh wow, yeah, that looks good actually. Look at that. Look at those mountains. Wow, this is at, I'm gonna just kind of keep a note in my mind. This is at 8 hours. So I'm probably gonna come back to 8 hours and take a screenshot out here. I like how this looks. I love it when the scenic camera view goes with the music. Alright, it's not really showing the scenery off like I wanted to. That looks amazing. Alright, let's go to 9 hours. Still around like kind of like some more mountainous type areas. I believe we're still over Russia, Mother Russia. Yeah, this looks like Russia kind of crossing over into Mongolia. Yeah, I mean, I've never, like, this is a nice area though. Like, look at it. I mean, it looks nice. I rarely fly out. Like, I don't think I've ever flown out of here, actually. I've never flown into Russia. I've never flown in this part of the world. So this is all, I mean, it looks similar, obviously, to other places that have mountains and stuff like that. So it's kind of like, it's not the same, but it's similar. But it's just interesting. Like, I wonder, like, what airports are out here to fly to. Like, how could we go and explore this area more in the future? Come back out here and do a shorter flight or something like that around here. Alright, let's go to the next hour. I kind of like that. It's probably a good idea to go like hour by hour. Let's kind of check it out. This is when it kind of got a little bit more deserty, actually. You can see it's a bit drier looking out here. A more dry region. Let's see where we are now. I think this is China. Yeah, this is China. I think. Like no airports around us at all. Like you have to go really far to find the airport. I believe it's China. And this, I believe, is around the part where we've been streaming all this. So this is the part we flew over when I think when I started the stream. Flying through China. Came through that. We'll get to the landing here in a second. Yeah, this is the end. So let's go all the way to the end now and watch the landing.
Increase speed to 200 knots.
Increase speed to 200 knots.
I think this is when we were on our left base. Yes.
Delta 736, turn right
Take a look
heading
at the
070, climb and maintain 15,000. November 406 Romeo Tango.
Yeah, this is
descend and maintain 6,000.
turning final.
Turn right heading 160.
Or the vector to final.
Descend and maintain 6,000. November 406 Romeo Tango.
Victor Hotel Oscar Sierra Sierra. Expect vectors for FedEx 603 Heavy. Alpha Foxtrot Kilo Lima Mike 264 Heavy. Turn left heading 36.
Oh, look at that. Something I didn't see is we had a plane right off our right wing.
Runway 33 left. Cleared for takeoff. Cleared for takeoff. Runway 33 left. Alpha Fox.
I've been hoping to get a cool parallel screenshot. I haven't gotten one of those yet. Oh, there he is. I see him. Alright, right there is when you can tell. That's when I kicked off the autopilot whenever the plane started like rocking back and forth.
Mike Lima Tango 3110, number 2, runway 33 right, clear to land. Number 2, clear to land.
Oh, Singapore landed with us.
Blue 116 heavy, number 2, runway 34, clear to land.
He's climbing though. Is he going around?
Runway 34, Blue 116 Heavy.
What's up, Delta Jinx? Good to see you, man. Appreciate the support. And it's all good, Sherry. People have to sleep sometimes. It's sort of parallel. We're kind of offset, but that's going to be a pretty good screenshot once I get my landing gear down.
1175. Please check tutorials on the forum for assistance using HEC instructions. I'm sorry, Corina 1175.
See if we can get that screenshot really quick while I'm thinking about it. Stand by for the landing. Uh-oh, did I do it again? No, we're good. My plane. Oh, there it is. I was like... I have a really cool idea that I want to do with you guys for Infinite Flight. I don't know when I'm gonna get to do it yet. I don't want to say what it is. I don't want anybody to take my idea. But it's, I don't know. It's something that's gonna I'm gonna need a longer stream and a lot of free time to do it. But I really want to do it, and I think it's gonna be a really fun, cool, interactive thing that I can do with you guys in the future. That's gonna be such a good screenshot. That might end up being our thumbnail right there if I don't find anything better. Oh man, I love that plane, the Singapore 787. We gotta fly that someday. I just don't want to fly out of Singapore. I don't know, I gotta line this up. I gotta get the frame right. Composition gotta be perfect. I need a little bit more angle though, because it looks like too flat looking. You remember my first video? What was my first video? Tell me what my first video was. Twice as one. What do you remember as my first video? I'm curious. Were you really here at my first Infinite Flight video? That's my question. I want to do this. That's kind of cool. That angle right there. I don't like. Oh, you know what? I keep forgetting that I have control. I'm like, Infinite Flight has given you God mode on on replay mode, basically, where you can change the environment or whatever you want it to be. So I don't like how white it is behind us. So I'm gonna fix it. Hold on. All right, let's fix that. Weather. We're gonna do visibility like freaking bunch. There we go. And time, let's see. I do this a lot for screenshots on replay mode. I'll just kind of like scroll through time, find out what sun angle I like better. I like kind of seeing the reflections on there. Like right there, you see the reflection on the nose. If you can see it through the dark screen. I like long shadows or nice reflections. We'll do that right there. Now that looks a bit better than that white sky behind us. Something like that. Oh, my very first GTA video. Bob Jones, your first flight was the Olympic flight. Well, happy anniversary, because this is kind of like a anniversary flight for that. That happened actually a little over a year ago now, but we actually did a very similar flight. It's such a cool shot right here. My gosh. Try another one at this angle right here. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit more. I still want a bit more angle to it. Like I want to see more of the bottom of the 747. I zoom in. We're like super far away. Once we get too low, we start to see the problem of not seeing the 787. I don't mind cutting off the back of the Korean Air 747. It's not that interesting. I can sacrifice just the front of the 747 for the full Singapore plane. Dude, that will zoom in then a bit and front of 747 and get something like that. I kind of like close-up shots. I don't know, there's something about them just looks better. Yeah, something like that works. I could always come back and fix it. So I don't want to take too much time trying to make, because I could sit here for like ever, like just lining it up, you know what I mean? What's up, Amar? Good to see you, man. Alright, let's go ahead and continue with our actual, actually, let me go back to that camera. I'm gonna zoom out. Free camera to zoom it out. Go, and we'll go ahead and continue with our actual landing. We'll do landing in the same view. I kind of like the side view, and then we'll do it in whatever views guys you want. Whatever views you guys want to see.
Delta 026 heavy, ready for takeoff.
That's cool too.
33 left, departing straight out. Korean Air 1420, requesting departure to the south.
Victor Hotel
Delta, the A330 is doing really well actually since the update. It's doing really well. I mean, I feel like a lot of people are flying it. I even thought about flying it. What's funny is before the update, I had never thought to fly A330 on any flight ever. But now, just the fact that I'm even considering flying an A330 on the long haul is a big deal to me. Because when I do long hauls, I want to fly a plane that I don't mind looking at. You know what I mean? Because we're going to be in this plane for a while. So if I'm going to do a longer flight, I want to be in a plane that I don't mind looking at visually, inside and out. And I don't mind looking at the A330 anymore. It looks pretty good. Cockpit no hood. All right, so we got somebody wants to watch it in Cincinnati in cinematic. One of you guys wants to watch it in cockpit view. I'm sure we want a wing view, so we'll watch it in a few different views. This will be our first view right here.
Alpha Foxtrot Kilo Lima Mike 121. Frequency change approved. Good day.
I kind of like this view. You can see the aircraft ahead of us landing also. Pretty cool. And you may start seeing people behind us.
Frequency change approved. Alpha Foxtrot Kilo Lima Mike 121. Good day. Alpha Foxtrot Kilo Lima Mike
Tower view.
Heavy. Please
Tower view is a good idea.
on the forum for assistance using HAC instructions.
I love how the wingtips of the 800, 747-800 kind of like go up. Alright, so runway looks to be clear on my screen, unless he's not popping up. See me adjusting, trying to center it up with the center line. I felt like we got it pretty good on the center line when we landed. Like we looked pretty under control. Thanks, Sherry, for the music. There's an A330 actually holding short right there. Here we go.
Pigeon Tower, Papa Kilo 994, ready for takeoff and runway 33 left, departing straight out.
1175, frequency change approved.
No, you couldn't really tell in that view, honestly, because it landed right. It landed at a weird angle. You couldn't really tell how smooth it was. It didn't look bad. It looked really good, actually. I really liked how that looked when it landed, but you couldn't really tell how well it was. So let's watch it, and let's do another exterior view before we get to the cockpit view. We'll do the tower view. You guys want to see a tower view? We'll create a tower view. Well, actually, there is a tower view already. Talking about. Create a tower view. I need to create a tower view.
Ancient Tower.
Here. ATC high, ATC low. Where are we though? Oh man, I'm lost. I think we're on this side, right? Might not work. I might have to make my own tower view. Yeah. No, stop. Yeah, I'll make my own tower view from this side of the airport. The tower was too far away and it was only loading the planes that were right next to the tower. So I'm gonna just put the camera right here and then I'll zoom in on myself and I'll rewind it. Best way to go.
FedEx 603 Heavy, contact inch and ground on 121.7.
Now from that view it looked kind of hard. Ain't gonna lie. It looked kind of hard from that view. I feel like sometimes though, the I don't know if it's infinite flight or what it is. It's just like it kind of like plane kind of clips to the ground when it gets close to it.
Line up and
Do this one more time from that view.
Blue 116 Heavy, Romeo Alpha Victor India November, number 2, runway 34, clear to land. Number 2, clear to land, runway 34, Romeo Alpha Victor India November. Blue 116 Heavy, exit runway when able, contact ground on the taxiway.
You know what it is? You know what it is? There's no... It wasn't really that bad of a... It wasn't that hard. It looks hard, but it wasn't that hard. The thing is that on this plane, it doesn't have any suspension deflection. Thank you, D Moto, for the subscription. Welcome to the Blue Air Warrior family. But like the suspension doesn't actually move. And when a plane lands, the gear usually it gives a little bit. In this case, it just went boom. You know what I mean? Anyways, somebody requested to watch from the cockpit without the HUD, so let's do that next.
Line up and wait, runway 33 left, Papa Kilo 994.
And then we'll do, what was the other one you guys asked for? We're about to end here soon, so make sure you put your request in now. Oh wow, look at that, it actually shows all the HUD and everything. You can even see, wow, I didn't know I actually see the glide slope on that. Can I don't know if I can hide the HUD, guys. Okay, I can, there it is.
United 815, line up and wait, runway 33 left. 4 in 432, runway 33 left. Cleared for takeoff. 4 in 60.
Crazy thing is, from this view without head shake, you can't even tell we touched the ground. You can't even tell. Look at this again. You can't even tell that we actually touched the ground. Alright, we got wing view. We actually touched down a little early too. Yeah, like we're down. You can't even tell that we're down. Alright, we'll do wing view. And I prefer the engine wing view rather than the regular wing view. So. Thank you, Twice as One, for the sub. Welcome to the Blue Arrow family. Tail camera. Alright, we got wing view, we got that taken care of now. We got somebody wants a tail camera, somebody wants the bottom. Alright, we'll do it. I wasn't gonna do the right wing, but after seeing the spoiler come up, we gotta do the right wing. I like the nose wheel view. Like it's still you really can't tell, like visually, because like there's not really a shadow there. And you can't really tell when I touch the ground. And I know that that sound is the exterior view from onboard is really loud, which it should be. All right, we'll do one last view, guys. And I think the last view you guys asked for was a tail view, so we'll do that. And then I will do one request, because just because he did this whole flight with us, I don't usually go and specifically watch people's replays, but because you did this entire flight with us, I will go and watch Chris's landing today. But just letting you know, I don't usually do that for everyone. I don't want everybody asking me to watch the replays. This is us one more time, from the wing, from the tail. What's up, gamer? Yeah, I remember you, bro. Welcome back. Where you been? Alright, now, how the heck am I going to find you? I've never done this before.
Holding short runway 33 left, Papa Kilo 994.
4 super, contact inch and ground on.
Alright, there you are. You're on final. Final. And he's about to cross threshold, and that is runway 34 right. Alright, see if we can get over there now.
Agiana 1549.
Taxiing to parking, 3116 heavy.
Alright, it should be just straight across. Yeah, airport to the other side. Let's see if this works. Oh, that's a... Forgot about the United 747. That's a good plane too. Here he comes. Oh shoot. I do. Here he comes. Alright, this is Chris's landing. Mr. Haas. Yeah, you have to tilt them. You have to tilt to zoom in and tilt to zoom out. Yeah, his landing was way better than ours. He flared and everything. We didn't even flare. Look at that. He's landing as another 747 by United taking off on the other one. Right. That's a good shot, though. Oh, come on. Come on. I want to get that shot. I want to catch his spoilers up and him rotating. That's the shot I'm looking for. Here it comes, right there. Camera. Oh, we're already on free camera. And there's mountains in the background too. That's gonna look dope. Yeah, so I'm rotating it forward to move forward and rotating it back. Move back. You see that? So you're watching me and you're watching the screen. So basically you write with your right thumb. You can tap the right side of the screen or press and hold the right side of the screen and then rotate forward or back, and that will zoom you in. Pretty helpful. I like it that way. It's a lot smoother, especially if you're trying to make a video. I gotta get this lined up right. Was a good landing. Like this, we need to move things around. I don't like this time. Let's go back maybe. Maybe you go back or forward. Go back. Play. Dang, he disappeared. Controls are different on Android? I didn't know that. That is rotate, rotate, and pause. What's up, Oscar? Oscar? Welcome to the stream, bro. See ya. This is not lining up the way I want it to, honestly. Like, this might be an okay screenshot, but it's just, I'm really picky when it comes to screenshots, and this is just not really what I'm looking for. There's some things about this shot that I just don't like. I might take it just in case I do want it later. Is that a screen? Why is there a commercial again in the background? Go away. No, 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 no. Just noticed there's a bunch of stuff. Alright, cool. We're almost done anyways. I don't need much more music. Alright, that'll have to do. I have to find some better screenshots for later. But well, guys, that's gonna be it for today. I greatly appreciate you guys for coming. Thank you guys. Thank you a few guys who flew this entire 11-hour trip with us, which is actually a 12-hour adventure in all, with taxi and preparation and all that kind of stuff. But it was good. I don't get to do long hauls very often, but I'm glad I got to do one today. If you're just joining us again, we did not do the whole 11 hours on stream. I took off in Barcelona yesterday and landed into Seoul, South Korea just now. So we're just taking a look at the replay. What's funny is that our stream is about the same length as we usually go. That's kind of what my goal was to do, was to kind of stream the end of the flight, take a look at the replay, and that's about it. And it was perfect length. It worked out great. Everything went as scheduled. So now I get to have my phone back. I'm not using it for a flight anymore, so I get to go back and check my Instagram and check all that kind of stuff and make sure everything's going good. So anyways, guys, I gotta get out of here. Work to do. Thank you so much for watching. You guys are amazing. Again, I forgot to mention last stream, not this one, but last week our Hawaii stream was my 150th infinite flight video, and yeah, 150. So this is actually my 152nd infinite flight video. No, 51st. This one is my 151st video. I didn't really do a celebration for it, but yeah, it's dope. That's cool. I've been streaming infinite flight for, I guess, maybe over a year. Yeah, like a lot more than a year now. But yeah, I don't know, it's kind of cool to have so much content for the same game. So I'm excited about that. Keep coming back, man. You know me, I never tell you to subscribe. I never tell you to like. I never tell you to turn the bell on. None of that stuff. If you want to do that, you'll do it. I'm not going to remind you to do those things. You'll never ever hear me on my stream say to like and subscribe a video. I hate when people do that. It's kind of annoying. I'm like, if people like your video, they're going to like it. If they want to subscribe, they'll subscribe. Matter of fact, it doesn't even matter. Subscriptions don't even matter. Now I'm just rambling on, but subscriptions don't even matter, because the truth is, I've looked at even my statistics, and like 80% of the people who watch my video have never hit sub. So thank you to you guys, but also thank you to you guys who did hit sub. So thank you guys so much. Remember, you got 3 choices: give up, give in, or give it all you got. Peace, love, and God bless you. See you guys next time, next video. Peace.